Ali Zoe Adam, my mentor has always been Don King. Don King has always been my mentor because of the path that he took. Knowing, I know a lot of, really so much about him because I see myself within him. Don doesn't have no talent. You know what I'm saying? He can't play the guitar, he can't shoot the ball, he can't bump. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no talent. His talent is this. His talent is to think. So it's like, wow, I watched him. Don been locked up 38 times. On his 22nd time, he shot 2 people coming into his number's house. And Don, you know, he raised up with his mom. You know, they selling pies, calling it lucky numbers. Don got into the number system in Cleveland, big Cleveland. When Don got into it, man, Don had the respect and the notoriety of La Costa Nostra, the Gambino, the Lucchese family, the Bonanno family. He had their interests. They wanted to deal with a man like Don King. The Gambino family had him first option. When he said a number, when he said the Dolphins and New England, give Dolphins 5, give Dolphins -5, all right, Dolphin gonna win. Whatever he said, it was making billions back then. I don't know how much billions today, but billions back then off of Don King. Don only got this here, but Don, you know, on the 38th time that he got locked up, he pistol whooped a dude to death, saying, "Give me my money, give me my money, where my money? Where my money?" Because he's running a number house, so he going through a lot of things. He pistol whooped Sam Garrett to death, 6'5". He died on the scene. He had so much power, the police came, he said, "Y'all know me?" They say, "Don, you might have fucked up on this one." He said he owed me money. He slipped, they wrote it down. But anyway, Don go through it. He get a life sentence. When he get a life sentence, man, you know, it was another rumor, you know, saying that John Gotti slapped Don King, but I never believed that rumor. You know what I'm saying? I seen it from where I went deep into it. That's another story. But anyway, Don, he locked up with a life sentence. The Cleveland Mafia is who, he a runner for his Cleveland Mafia. They really run everything. But he watching everything. He the best runner. He got all the mob. He got, God bless it, that Nicky Scarfo in Philly too. He sneaked to holler at Don. Don got him one of the richest mob bosses in Philly. But Don, he locked up now with a life sentence. The Cleveland Mafia going to see him spend money. They putting big people with him. And he's still giving them numbers. Pop, 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 pop. He do it for 3 years. He ain't gonna end up doing 4.5, right? He ended up doing it for 3 years. Boop. He get out. And on a Vizzo with them, and he tell the Cleveland Mafia, Bob, no, he told him, no more numbers for you, man. Get me out of jail. Got up and walked off. That was like disrespectful to the Cleveland head Mafia boss. They ain't do it. So they start to help. They find a congressman. Holler at the judge. The life sentence come off. Pop, swap out. Pop, pop, there he out. He get out, he tell the mob boss Cleveland, "We ain't doing numbers no more." They say, "Huh? Listen, we going into boxing." They say, "Huh? We going to boxing. We gonna do the first one at the hospital. We gonna go to the hospital and we gonna do the first one. When we go to this hospital, it's gonna open all doors. Don went to that hospital. They needed money, fundraiser, right? And boom, he go down. He put a boxing match right in front of it. Brrr, the money, so much money came. They say they cleared back then, man. 14 million in front of the hospital for the boxing match. His first boxing expedition performance. His first one. He do it at the hospital. It worked. They say they made 632 million back then when they did the fundraiser for the hospital. Don's second fight, he walked up to Muhammad Ali and he saw the Nation of Islam pushed him. Get back, nigga, get back. He like, hey, Muhammad, you fought in Madison Square Garden. You fought, you know what I'm saying, in Canada, in Europe. And man, you keep fighting, man, you know what I'm saying, New York. We gonna fight for your peoples. They said, hey, get back, man. Muhammad say, what? He said, when you gonna fight for your peoples? He said, hold on. Y'all let him come over here. What you talking about? The second fight, he said, man, Muhammad, when you gonna fight for your peoples in Africa? Zaire, I know the king. He said, you know the king? He said, yeah, that's my friend. We've been wanting you to fight in Africa bad. He said, anyway, he said, man, how are we gonna make this short? He said, sign this blank paper. Once they see your signature, the king is gonna spend the money. The peoples are gonna be with you. We love you. The transition. Take us to Muslim. Take us to Islam. Please, the king wants you. He signed. Said, go to Africa. He went to the Republic of Zaire. Don't even know this man. He went there and he told him, Don told him, I'm gonna make you bigger than Mubarak, Nelson Mandela, Gaddafi. I'm finna make you the biggest man in this 53 nation, man, called Africa. And guess why? He said, why? He said, I'm gonna call it Rumble in the Jungle. And when you finish with this spectacular, you're gonna be the biggest person, but you gotta open up the vault. He said, the vault? Yeah. He looked at the signature. He said, brilliant. Take him to the vault. He just grabbed about 800,000. He went to go find George Foreman. Man, a good WBC commentary man said, Don told me, I'm going to show you the power of putting your hands around a nigga. He found George Foreman and put his hands around him. Pop! And walked with him. George automatically said, Africa? Dang. I can't deny that. I ain't want to fight him, man. But Africa? I'm going to sign them 3 blank papers. He did. He went to go find Barry Gordy at Motown. He showed Barry all the signatures and said, I just need you, Barry Gordy. Second fight out of prison after an elbow. Ain't must do none. He said, man, listen here, Don. I'm going to give you Ron Isley, Diana Ross. I'm going to give you your man, Lottie Price, man. I hear that's not good, but it's beef with. He said, I'm going to give you James Brown, Stevie Wonder. He say, man, he say, look, I got an authority of the CEO. All them people I said, you don't need none one of them signatures. All my signature, Barry Gordy, is the only signature you need. Africa and Zaire? This is it? You gonna bring the great Islam? Don said, yes. While he's stamping the paper, Pop and hand all the artists. He called each artist say, Barry say, I'ma go, except for James Brown. James Brown say, suck, I want my 100,000 now. I don't give a damn about Africa. He the only one got paid, sad to say at the end of the day, right? But all the artists performing was, you know, it was a great thing. It had to go down. It went down. Muhammad did it. It was Rumble in the Jungle. It was amazing. He's put a spectacular up. He said, I just need you to do one thing, Muhammad. He said, what? Huh? You say that out your mouth. He said, what's this? The mic was there. He said, Don King is the best promoter in the world. he said, it's on. It's on. The mob had took the money, man. The mob, Don ain't play with that money at all. The mob took all the money. He ain't had no stronghold. He wasn't mobbing with the right people. His second fight anyway is in the Philippines. Third fight, Thriller and Melina. Man, come on, man. But you see, what it is about Don King is 94 and hip hop really need to look at him because they just try to make him bombastic, loud, manipulated, everything. But me, I don't blame him. Like I did 19 fights with you, Mike Tyson. Why is me? Damn, Larry Holmes, you gonna say that? I think black, I think green. He looks black, lives white, and think green. Don say, man, they spend their money and mad because I keep mine. But they just made him out to be this. The different way people want to see a black man that did 38 times, he was locked up, had 2 murders, did a life sentence, had to deal with the Italians and seeing they ain't tripping on him, dealing with the hood, but he's going against Bob Arum. Bob Arum went to Harvard, 12 years to learn boxing. He got the Bellagio, Steve Wynn, he got the MGM, he got him on lock, straight out of college. 1 week out of college. Then find out. He go to Vegas. They say Bob Arum walked up to him because he did Rumble in the Jungle. And he been waiting for this. Bob Arum talked to him, Don gave him the game, and he out-negotiated HBO, Budweiser, he out-negotiated pay-per-view, he out-negotiated the next 16 fighters, man. Don just out-negotiated people. As Don doing this now, you gotta understand, Don went through it and got all management. Don had Joe Frazier at one time. And when he just started doing he started doing a certain symbol. But anyway, he got Joe Frazier, whatever. Ken Norton knock out Joe Frazier. The reporter come and say, Mr. Don King, how could you put your hands of Ken Norton in the air when Joe Frazier won? Don said, I came with a champ, I'm gonna leave with a champ. And when Don did that, I struggled for like 6 years personally to understand this word hip-hop is selling, loyalty. I come to understand loyalty is to die for somebody. I'm not finna die for you. What I will let you know is that, trust me, there's a lot of different ethics that come before. Devotion is my first one. Go to first base, go to second base. We coming home. Just chill. I'm going to tell you when to go. Just chill. The chessboard show you how many players you need. But I try to understand in every which way, why? Why would Don King go about it in a certain way? When I get to it, I learned that Don King is so exceptional. He put the other man's hand in the air to say, you're the champ. At that moment, like the disciples in Jesus, I believe John, Paul, Peter, you know what I'm saying? I believe them all. Even Judas, Peter. Revelations. But Don King would answer and say, I came with a champ and I'm going to leave with a champ. He made sure all his fighters was good. He never at once made sure they didn't become what they were. You can't start another man's habit. I know they was buying dirt bikes, jewelry. They had the house at the dice game. They ran it up. They bought billboards. They tried to go at Meech. Fuck Meech. They failed. All y'all failed? I'm watching. As I'm watching, I'm truly understanding that loyalty is not a real word. I'm not going to die for you. No more. Today, 2025. I'm not going to show you. I did that. I tried to show you loyalty. What it was. I'm going to die for you. That's the wrong word. I don't know how hip-hop sold that word. Loyalty. Loyalty is not the word. Trust maybe on something. But don't, loyal for you mean what? Email blast you, put you on my site all the time? You stupid? I understand it, but at the same time, I trust you. I trust you on the plate, and I gotta go. All this, I live dying for a dude. It didn't get me nowhere. Don't say the word loyalty to me. The word loyalty to me don't bounce like that. It bounces a different way. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to it. I take it a little extreme, the word loyalty. So I don't say it. I don't even must say it. When you say it, I say the same speech. I don't believe you'll die for me. Yeah, no, what's up? I don't believe you'll die for me. Yeah, I trust you on the play. You can be devoted, committed. When I say go to first base, second base, third base, like I say, we coming home. Watch. I don't want nothing from it. I'm humble. But remember to play. When Don put his hand in the air, Gladys Rosa and his stepson, Carl King, is all he could really trust. He ain't go to jail no more. The boxing commissions, all 6 of them through Bob Arum, they trying to lock him up. They tax evasion IRS trying to get him. In fact, Gladys went down. Gladys Rosa went down. Had to do 4 years. Took the charge as the accountant. He still ain't get locked up. Madison Square Garden, the Dundee family, they tell him, I'm banning you from Madison Square Garden. He faxed him the next 16 fighters that he had. Spinks, he like Spinks, Ken Norton. I got Joe Frazier. I got Larry Holmes, knocking nice and young and coming. Oh yeah. Madison Square Garden called back with a fax with an apology. But he said, how is it my fault? If I put $700,000 right here and a check for 2.5 and a nigga want the 700,000 cash, he won't go to the bank around the corner. And I chill with Mike. One-on-one, we go to amateur fights. Mike dealing with strippers. When I'm around, I keep my pistol. Back then, I thought I had a license to shoot. I got damn near 60 attempted murder. I shoot. Bah! My money right. Everybody taking cases for me. I'm up. I'm rich. I'm playing whatever the life is calling. I'm using the monster in me on some other shit. I'm with Don King, Mike Tyson. Mike, we in the car in the back of the Maybach, and he kicked Don in the face. Pah! And hit him. Pah! Don said, get the fuck out my car. All three of us. Made Jimmy, me and Jimmy, ain't that, but before that, he make a comment. I got 2 documented murders now. I got 2 different and another documented murder. We got out the car to Maybach. Mike Tyson go to running. We got out. Jimmy on probation, FBI. He like, nigga, come on, we got to cross the street. We cross the street. By the time we finally cross the street, we get there. Jimmy say, hey, that dude just said a gangster comment, huh? I said, yeah. That's what that sound like. Man, let's go there. I look at what Don say. He got $700,000 in the armor truck trying to tell Mike Tyson, take this and this frizzless $115 million lawsuit. These white boys playing with your head. I was there. He managed Michael Jackson tour. He managed the Michael Jackson tour. But he about to make a spectacular out of Mike. They say Gorbachev, the president of the Soviet Union, Colin Powell. When I holler at Mike, he be Gorbachev, Colin Powell. Yeah, I think the President Bush Sr. is coming to get into my fight. He said, yeah, those people don't go to Mayweather fight. Dang. What they attract? Me and him just be clubbing. Rest in peace, Von Zip. But we be solo. I got to take him through Little Haiti. I got to take him to Kansas City. I got to yell Matchbox. I got to make sure they yell Zoe Pound. Zoe Pound, let them hear. Let them hear, man. I'm using minds for this. But what I see Don King when I'm locked up to read about him, my mentor, and he 95, I hurt to see that ain't nobody spoke about him, man. You know? Don King, that's just something I'm doing. I did on Don King. That's about it. I got some more to come, man. Guy Johnson. Man, Guy Johnson was, oh, man. Winnie Mandela. Winnie Mandela, man. Winnie said, I'm the revolution. Jennifer Hudson, though. Winnie said, I'm the revolution. All right. He was in there for 27 years. I was out here warring. But we got a lot to come, though. We got a lot to come. Stay in tune, man. Zoe Pound Chip TV. Stay in tune, Zoe Pound Chip TV. Choo-choo.